May want to hit that knocker a couple times. Cool. Okay.
Right. Okay, they're waiting here in the foyer, and they're going to take it. Okay, well, let's see, I don't know where we're going to start. We're going to start in the basement. But I'll leave you on, and maybe we could do something. I do have my cordless phone with me, and I have my mobile phone. So maybe you should call me back on my mobile phone. Because we're going to go down to the basement. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, we could start in the kitchen. My daughter is on the phone.
Okay, by the way, I'm Mike. I am the owner of the company. Here's my card.
You're Mike, the owner of the company. Well, you see what?
And just want to let you know that
I just wanted to tell me which pipe it is.
I understand, but I just want to let you know time is of the essence.
Yes.
As it was explained to you, we have a trip charge, which includes the first 15 minutes on site. So we've already been outside a couple minutes. I'm not counting the clock or watching the clock, but our time is valuable. I just want to stress that.
I agreed that we were going to get paid for the visit, but she didn't say anything about the clock. I think she said $90. Is that right?
No, you're mistaken by that. It's $115 plus tax, which is the trip charge to come out to your home, and includes the first 15 minutes only. But I understand you have a leak coming from the kitchen ceiling.
Yes.
I see you have a bib set up and a bucket here. Let's see what's going on here. When did this problem start?
I didn't notice it on Friday. I only noticed it on Saturday when I tried to use the shower.
Okay. When you used the shower?
The shower upstairs. It wasn't running right, fast enough.
Understood. Okay. Can we go see that bathroom? So this problem started just the other day?
No.
No?
I noticed it last Saturday.
Okay. So the other week.
It's about 6 days a week.
Okay. So where is...
Okay. So I was using the shower.
Oh, shower's here.
I wanted to go into the shower, but the water wasn't coming out the way it's supposed to.
Understood. Okay.
And there was no flood here. It just was the shower. That it wasn't working. So it might have been sometime before I found out what was going on in the basement.
Okay.
And in the meantime, my daughter's partner owns buildings and he knows about plumbing.
Okay.
And he said, don't use the shower or the sink.
Well, the sink is actively dripping water.
Yes.
So it's using the drain.
Well, I think it's the sink that's the problem. These two are attachments on the outside, I believe.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but there's something else I want to say, but see,
Is this the bathroom you normally use?
Well, this is the upstairs bathroom, yes.
So it's the one you normally use?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's flush this toilet. Derek, I want you to go downstairs. I'm going to flush the toilet, and then you tell me if you see anything.
Well, he won't find his way unless I tell him where to go. Oh, maybe he will.
Ma'am, he knows where the kitchen is. We just left the kitchen.
Oh, you're talking about the kitchen, and I'm thinking you're talking about the basement.
Yes.
There's nothing wrong with the toilet. Oh, so maybe, yes, well, the one who took the cabinet off the wall, he said it was the wastewater.
Can I see behind you, please? I want to see the...
Yes, and the plumber that was here, another plumber was here, he said he thinks it's cracked. But I didn't have a flood on this floor.
All right, so it is moist under here.
Yes, it's moist.
Yes. Okay. All right, let's go. I know your daughter is on speakerphone, so let's...
She doesn't worry how long she's talking. She said,
yeah, let's...
have to get to the bottom.
I understand. You have some moisture under the radiator, and you have a lot of water damage above. I'm going to give you my advice, and then we're going to have a nice day.
You're going as fast as you can. It's okay. It's 17 minutes.
Okay. So, Oh, wait for you to come back. Okay. You want to show me the basement as well before we talk about upstairs?
I want to show you the basement. Go to shut the baby door.
Okay. That is an antique, the stove. Incredible. Love it. Beautiful. Okay. Take your time, man. Okay.
So you wanted to put the cabinet off the wall so it wasn't to waste water and he wasn't going to open the wall so that the other plumber could get out.
Okay. How many plumbers you have coming here?
Had a cabinet man to remove.
Oh, okay. You said
And
plumber.
he
You said two
also
plumbers
got-
were here already.
Yes, two plumbers were here and they each said something different.
Okay.
And I expect my daughter made an appointment.
Okay. So you have a leak here. Let's see what's going on here.
I expect a manager from the universe.
All right. So you got asbestos there, and it's coming down that waste pipe
Yeah,
there and down over there. So it's all originating from upstairs. All right. So and we have the asbestos here, which needs to be remediated. Okay. And that may or may not be waste pipe related. This is.
Yeah, right.
This
That's what
is.
the cabinet.
Where does this
removal
go?
person said.
This goes there.
There was a big
Across
flood
to
here.
there.
The
That looks
flood
like a
went
dry.
all the way under,
That looks like a
and
dry
all the
well
way up to
going
here.
there. This is a laundry pump.
Yeah,
going
the
to there.
flood from the,
Yep.
over there
Okay.
went all the way there until
All right.
I know
Very
what
good.
was happening.
Okay. Well, what you're going to need to do, let's get your daughter back on the phone.
She's
and I'll,
on the phone.
No, there's a crazy busy signal up there.
Yeah, I don't know why they do business with
Wow, beautiful. Look at that.
Okay. She's good.
And they have the wiring here with just exposed wire nuts. All right, let's give her a call, please.
I didn't know. Okay, now let's see. I don't know the number. Oh, here it is, okay. I'm so upset about this. This is going on too long. Yeah, that's best to call on the phone while they're in the basement. Oh, I should have called her on this phone. Hi, we're back up from the basement. Do you want to talk to her?
How's the pipe doctor guy thinking?
She wants to know what you think.
Okay, what I think is that you have a leak probably from the hot water heating system that you have. It's originating around the second floor hallway bathroom convector that's in the wall because there's moisture on the floor there. And you also have asbestos-wrapped pipes.
Yes.
So my recommendation for you before any work is done and to protect you and your health is that you need to have a remediation company come in here and expose the piping in its entirety and remove the asbestos, properly. And also,
But I don't know what you said at one point. Let me ask you before you.
You need to. I would suggest you call your homeowner's insurance company.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
And have them come, and you need to have a remediation company come here, and remove everything that cannot be salvaged. Most importantly, the asbestos. Right, that needs to be abated before we do any work. Okay, I am not liable. If I touch asbestos and I cause you harm.
Asbestos,
So you have
right.
asbestos. We saw asbestos on the piping downstairs.
Yes.
You may have lead paint as well. Right, that all needs to be addressed by professional remediators before any work is done. That is a professional assessment of what's going on here.
Okay.
Well, what about the pipe that's broken? What is it? Is it the radiator? Is it the waste pipe?
Well,
Ed, stop talking.
until the structure is opened up in a safe manner, that cannot.
Where do you need it open?
Yeah, that's
What
my
needs to be
question.
open?
I gotta ask you.
Well, you're gonna wherever the water originated from. So upstairs there's moisture.
We don't know.
We
where
don't
it
know.
originated.
Well,
Okay, you have to
ma'am,
stop
I'm trying to explain that to you.
He's charging me for every 15 minutes or part of.
Okay.
Okay, well, tell him you're 95 and you're trying to.
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am,
no,
you know what?
okay.
I've been professional and nice this whole time, but
Just write it
you know,
down.
I heard what was said before I even while I was walking in the door, right? And it's kind of rude and really just not nice. And she hung up on me. Have a good luck, ma'am. We're not going to come back here again.
No, she had nothing to do
no,
with it.
I'm not coming back here.
Homeowner.
Ma'am, we've been here 5 times, and every single time it's been a challenge with you.
Why 5
I'm
times?
not. We've been here 5 times. My company's been here 5 times in the last year and a half, and every time.
No, you haven't.
You want to bet?
Yeah.
Okay, have a good day.
Give me the dates of 5 times. You were here once or twice.
Ma'am, you're sadly mistaken. Okay, and I'll tell you exactly when the dates we've been here.
Yes.
Because you know what, I need to set the record straight. But
Yes.
I am not going to be abused. Right?
Oh
5
my
times.
God.
We were here on January 29th,
What year?
2025. We were here on November 6th, 2024, October 22nd, 2024, and September 4th, 2024. Okay? And
All
today is
the
5
same-
times.
All the same reason I didn't pay
Ma'am,
you?
we're not going to.
Didn't I pay you?
It doesn't matter, ma'am.
Why?
Because I am not going to be able to service you. I'm sorry. Have a great day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Deal with Universe. Let's get Derek's opinion. Daniel, how did I handle that?
Professional, like a real man.
You should have heard what was going on as we're standing in the foyer when the daughter's on speakerphone. We don't have the money for that. You know, blah, blah, blah. And we get 2 other opinions. You got asbestos, you have lead paint, and you have a leak. They need to call their insurance company. Let me deal with this right now. And the best part, I got the entire service call on video except the first 2 minutes while the daughter and the mom were on the speakerphone from the kitchen. Basically saying, you need to get a second opinion. We don't have the money for this. Yet she's already had 2 other plumbers here and everyone telling her, whatever they want to tell her. But you have asbestos, you have lead, you have a elderly woman who obviously is not all there. And there should be some kind of person, caretaker, just looking after her and her best interests. And I am not that kind of person. I'm just the professional plumber who visually documented and video documented what was going on here, and that's it. We've been here 5 times, and every time we collected a trip charge because she doesn't want to do the work. And I'm not going to waste any more time or valuable resources. It's 29 degrees, and I have customers who have no heat, and they value our services. Let me get your thoughts and feedback in the comment section down below. How did I handle that? Let me get your feedback. Thank you. Love you. No homo.